There are places in this world that ask us to look outward. White sands asks us to look inward. At first, it feels almost impossible. A sea of white stretching beyond the horizon. No towering forests, no roaring waterfalls, no distractions, only wind, light, and silence. The endless whiteness feels almost otherworldly. A landscape stripped of distraction, where color gives way to simplicity, and the eye finds nothing to cling to except light itself. The desert has always been a sacred place, not because it is comfortable, but because it leaves us with nothing except ourselves. It strips away everything that is unnecessary. No crowds, no distractions, no possessions that matter, only the quiet question, who are you when everything else is gone? Across civilizations, white has often been a symbol of beginnings, a blank page, a clean garment, a fresh snowfall. Not because life is without imperfections, but because every new journey begins by letting go of what no longer serves us. Across many cultures, white has long symbolized purity. Not because it is untouched, but because it reveals rather than conceals. Standing here, surrounded by this sea of brilliant white, I couldn't help but wonder if purity is not the absence of imperfections, but the absence of everything unnecessary. Perhaps that is the desert's first lesson. When life strips away our pride, our possessions, and the endless noise we carry, what remains is not emptiness, but clarity. Like those white dunes beneath the endless sky, we begin to see ourselves not as we pretend to be, but as we truly are. And perhaps that is why this place has so much to say. Many cultures have believed that the desert is where people go not to escape the world, but to finally hear it. Ancient prophets crossed deserts searching for God. Mystics wandered these empty landscapes seeking wisdom. Monks left behind crowded cities, believing that truth speaks most clearly when every other voice has grown quiet. Perhaps they understood something we have forgotten, that silence is not the absence of sound. It is the place where the soul begins to speak. Again and again, across cultures, in centuries, wisdom did not emerge from the marketplace. It emerged from silence. Maybe that is no coincidence. Perhaps the divine has always spoken in a whisper, and we have simply been too busy to hear it. Rumi once wrote, "Silence is the language of God. All else is poor translation." How extraordinary that a man who lived 800 years ago could describe exactly what this place feels like. Here, words begin to lose their importance. The wind becomes enough. The light becomes enough. Simply breathing becomes enough. We arrive in this world with empty hands, no titles, no wealth, no possessions, only a breath. And when our journey is over, we leave the same way, empty-handed once again. Perhaps that is why the desert feels so honest. It reminds us of the truth we often spend a lifetime forgetting. Everything we believe we own is only borrowed, even time itself. There is another old story told among travelers of the Middle East. It says that when a person becomes lost in life, the desert does not give them directions. Instead, it gives them silence. Because only in silence can they remember which way their heart was already pointing. Whether the story is true hardly matter. Standing here, it feels true. In our world, solitude is often mistaken for loneliness, but they are not the same. Loneliness is the pain of being disconnected. Solitude is the joy of finally meeting yourself. Perhaps that is why so many of us fear silence. Because in silence, there is nowhere left to hide. No endless scrolling, no conversations, no applause, only the quiet voice asking us who we really are. And perhaps that voice has been waiting patiently all along. Perhaps that is why we travel, not merely to see new places, but to remember ancient truths. That silence is not something to fear. That solitude is not something to escape. That the earth still knows how to heal the parts of us we cannot name. And that sometimes the longest journey we will ever take is the one that leads us back to ourselves. As I walk across these dunes, my footprints seems important for a moment. Then the wind gently erases them. At first, that thought feels unsettling. Then it feels strangely beautiful. The desert is not trying to erase us. It is reminding us that we were never meant to last forever. Only our kindness, only our love, only the lives we touch continue long after our footprints disappear. As I leave white sands behind, I realize I'm taking nothing with me. No piece of these dunes, no crystal gypsum, no part of this endless landscape. Only a quieter heart, a slower breath, a different way of seeing the world. The wind will erase my footsteps before the day is over. One day time will erase me as I stand. And strangely, there is peace in that. For if every footprint disappears, then perhaps what truly matters was never where we walked, but how we walked. With humility, with gratitude, with wonder, and with the quiet understanding that we belong to this earth only for a little while. So perhaps the greatest gift the desert offers is not its breathtaking beauty. It is a gentle reminder that when everything unnecessary falls away, what remains is enough. And maybe that has always been the voice hidden within the silence.